Hi everyone, Dr. Jeff here with you at the beginning of 2019. It's the new year. A lot of people make resolutions or promises what they're going to do this year, and research has shown that the number one resolution that people make is to get more exercise. Number two is to change your diet or lose weight. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about that losing weight thing today. There's lots of different diets out there. There's a keto diet. That's the most popular one right now. There's the Atkins. There's the Zone. Eat for your blood type. You can go vegan or vegetarian. The problem I find with a lot of these diets is that they're very restrictive or complicated. That you don't know, how much you're supposed to have, what you're supposed to have. You have to measure things, and then after a few weeks of being on this, that you just kind of don't have the time to prepare. You lose kind of your incentive to do it. It gets complicated. You just stop. So I thought I'd talk today about something very simple, and that is I call it the elimination diet. So just eliminating certain foods out of your diet. And the ones I'm talking to you about today is getting rid of the whites. So getting rid of white flour, white rice, white pasta, white bread, and white potatoes. The reason I talk about this is because these foods, when you eat them, really spike up your glucose levels or your insulin levels. And as we know, this deals with diabetes and pre-diabetes. Also increases your weight with it because of the sugars in it. The other thing is a lot of these things are full of gluten. A lot of people have sensitivities to gluten. It's not really good for your bowels. Your body has problems breaking it up. The other thing with gluten is that it retains water. So a lot of times when you're eating these types of foods, you're retaining a lot more water, so you're retaining a lot more weight with that water. So one thing you do is just eliminate these out of your diet. That's what I've done, is just kind of get rid of these things. But if you find it difficult to get rid of these things, you can actually substitute for them. So instead of white flour, maybe you go to a whole wheat flour. Instead of a white rice, go to a long grain rice. Instead of a white pasta, maybe you go to a glass noodle or a sweet potato noodle or a zucchini noodle, something like that. White bread, you can go to a whole wheat bread or multigrain. Best of all, you can go to a rye bread. When you're talking potatoes, go to a red potato or even a sweet potato would be better for you. So one way you can lose weight is to eliminate some of these things out of your diet. The other thing to look at is water, your water intake. They say that every adult should get about 8 big glasses of water a day. I find it very tough to measure how much water I'm getting a day. So what you can use is use the toilet. Very simple method. And so when you go pee, if the water in the toilet is a different color after you go pee than it was before, chances are you're not getting enough water. If you look at the toilet bowl after you go pee, it's the same color as it was before you went pee, that's telling me that your water intake is pretty good and the water coming out of you is as diluted as the water that's going in you. And by the way, steam whistle beer has water, but it is not meant to be as a water. It is full of carbohydrates. It is a diuretic, so it will make you go pee, but I would not substitute that for water. So if you're looking at a simple way of maybe changing your diet or changing your method of eating and losing a bit of weight, try a simple way of just eliminating the whites out of your diet. If you want to substitute, you can go to, as I say, some whole wheat stuff or some multigrain stuff or sweet potato. And make sure you're getting your 8 glasses of water and checking that toilet when you go to the bathroom to make sure you're well hydrated. If you have any questions about a diet or anything I've talked about, you can always email me at jgoldsworthy@goldsworthywellness.com. You can talk to me on Facebook. I'm Dr. Jeff, and I've got your back.